So spring is in the air and me and the boys are going out for a night by the fire. Come along and join us for the ride. First we got a 30-minute drive to get there. So we're into the little spot where we're going to set our camp up. Just in there, there's an old fire pit from when me and Heather were up here a few days ago for supper. And just behind that pit I'll put the tent. I got a little one-man tent, it's right there. I got that probably 4 years ago, I think, maybe 5 even, for $19.99 a Canadian Tire. Just a one-man tent that I don't mind putting it somewhat close to the fire, so I can sit back and watch the flames all night, get some heat, and if there's a burn hole or two, who cares? It's something that if you practice, you do want to be really safe about it. I'm not talking about putting the fire a foot or two away from the tent, but maybe within 6 feet for sure. So snow's picked up quite a bit. It was supposed to be some showers, but in these higher elevations where I came to today, it's more like snow in here. So we're gonna get set up. The snows are coming down. Yeehaw! Loves it. A little stormy old night in the woods. Can't be beaten. Can't be beaten. Freaking screen is soaked. Here we go. That's a little before image for you, and I'll show you it when it's done. Even though it is April 14th, there's a lot of snow up in this highland area I'm at, and what I did was use my shovel and snowshoes, you know, standard stuff. I shoveled some snow into this area and made a nice flat base, and that's where the tent's gonna go, somewhat close to the front of the fire. And yeah, so we're moving right along here. So using my snowshoes and a shovel, nothing special to it, shoveling some snow and made a nice flat base area, and that's where the tent is going to go. So sometimes out in the woods you don't got to do anything special, you just make do with what you got and you know, get the job done however you can. So no special skills required there, very easy for anybody to do. So time for the tent to go up. Put the old tenty down. What do you think, boys? Saku, what do you got there? I got beer tied on. Saku's free to roam. Our husky beer is about, you know, 4 months now removed from a knee surgery, and as you can tell, the back bum is shaved off, and it was this knee over here that was injured. And Saku was crazy, and as soon as I go over by bear, he swings by and knocks the camera out of my hand. But yeah, so beer is recovering, and this is her first overnighter with me in a very long time, hasn't it, Bear? Since last winter. So I'll get you untangled now. Come on, this way. Come on. Come on. Oh, she's tangled up. Over here, Bear. Over here. Good girl. Be nice, Saku. Don't be growling. not much of a tent. As you can tell, you've seen a few burn holes, and that's okay. It'll get us through the night, won't it, Saku? It'll get us through the night. We'll have a fire by it. I was going to just put the tarp up and stay under the tarp, but with Saku here, and it's a bit cold at night time, I want to keep him a bit sheltered from the wind. With our Husky, she's fine to stay out and battle the elements. That's what she's built to do, those Husky dogs. And well, for me and Saku, we're going to stay in this little shelter and have a good night, aren't we, buddy? Aren't we, bud? Okay, so I'm going to continue on with camp, get the rest of my gear unpacked, and gather some wood for this fire, which is going to be nice and warm later on this evening. I also don't have a tarp up this evening. We're not calling for anything but a few flurries, so I don't really need anything overhead. I think that will get us through. And if the precipitation, whether it be light rain or snow, happens to pick up, I always got my tarp there that I can put over us in a hurry. So for now, I think I'm going to go without it, but maybe when I get all the firewood, I'll change my mind and put it up. We'll see, but for now, I'll keep the tarp in the bag. So the camp setup looks a little bit like this now. The wind's coming fairly strong from the west. So I got my tent here. Fire's going to be here. That way the flames are going to blow this way. Beer's pretty pissed over there. So the flames are going to blow away from us. And I also put my sled right here as a little block to prevent too much wind from burning the firewood quickly. I mean, of course, the windier it is, the more oxygen gets at the fire and the quicker the wood will burn. So putting that sled there as a little windbreak should help minimize the burning of the wood in the fire. So yeah, just picking away. Now it's soft to get some firewood. So camp's pretty much set up for this evening. I just got a bit more wood to get. There's quite a pile there behind Beer, or in front of Beer, sorry. Saku's behind the tent somewhere there, eating wood too. That's all he does is eat wood. But I don't know if it's good for him or not. But I think a lot of dogs are all the same. What I got left to do now is go down by there's a little stream not too far away from us, probably only 100 yards. And I'll go down by that little stream and get some water for boiling the kettle later. But I'm just going to sit back now. I don't want to start the fire yet because you know, it's not that cold out and I'm not cooking anything right now, so I'd rather save my wood for later tonight. So I'll start the fire now in another hour or so. It's almost 6:30, 6:45 nearly now actually. And so another hour, I'll start the fire, and the wind's picking up too. But I'll get that going, and then yeah, that's it. It's going to be a nice relaxing night. In the meantime, right now, I think I'm just going to sit back and crack a beer and take a load off. Beer. Beer. Get out of the coals. Come here, Saku. Come here. Sit down. Beer. Leave the coals alone, Beer. Hey! Now! That's enough. What's that all about? The boys are savage. Come here. You're supposed to love one another, not attack each other. Saku, you don't need no more coals. Give that up. Go say sorry. Go say sorry. Come on. Say sorry to Bear. Go say sorry, Sack. Say sorry to Bear. No, I'm not going to say sorry to Bear. She started it. Gee, Sack, you're something else, bud. So I decided to get the fire going a little sooner. I was sitting down and it cooled off pretty quick. I would say with this wind now, temperatures are slightly below zero. It could be -3, -4, I don't really know. But they're calling for -7 to -8 with the wind chill tonight. So the fire itself is only about 4, maybe 4.5 feet away from my tent, and you know, most people would frown upon this. You know, I don't really care, but I know, and I've done this many of the time, it's something you want to do with after a lot of experience. You want to be careful with it. I wouldn't recommend doing it with a really good tent because of a scattered burn hole, but if you keep the fire down, and I'm not going to have it super big, just enough to cook and get some heat from a distance. And with the wind blowing this way, blowing the flames away from the tent, if I keep the fire pretty small, there'll be no issues. And I'll receive a little bit of heat from this fire all throughout the night. And that's what I want to do. I want to be here, like I'm sitting on my couch, and be able to watch a campfire. To me, it's an unreal experience. So that's what's going on right now. Fire's going. I'm going to get a few sticks rounded up for tomorrow. In the morning, I want to have a quick fire started, so I'll have some thin sticks. I got some birch bark here in my top pocket and some old man's beard, and
I'll use that along with a little bundle of sticks to get a quick fire going tomorrow with no hassle. And that's also going to make my morning a lot more enjoyable. So, it's a lovely evening in Newfoundland, and it's mid-April, and I love it. So I'll sit back here and let the evening set itself in.
So I'm sawed off here now, laid back, taking in the fire, and Saku's here with me as well, cuddled up, and Beer is just around the corner of this tree. She's tied on, lying in the snow, loving her life, right? Oh, it's nice to be out here and to be free from all connectivity, I guess. You know, people ask, you know, like this evening I came out with just me and the 2 dogs, you know, and they say, what do you do when you go out there? You go out for an evening, what do? Do you get bored? You know? Some people think there's nothing out here to stimulate you, like, you know, watching Netflix or watching TV, or, you know, I guess having conversations. But for me, other than talking to this camera, you know, what I do when I'm out here is I let some steam off, you know, I take it easy. Over the last few months, I made a move in my life, a household move. Moved from one house to another. I now I'm teaching. I have a teaching replacement. I'm teaching full time. I'm working on a number of projects that I'm looking forward to sharing with everybody sooner than later. I'm planning a new expedition. That's going to take place later on this summer, and I'm also going to share those details as soon as things become more concrete. So you know, life's been hectic, and just like anyone else's. I mean, my life isn't any more hectic than the next person's, but you know, when I come out here, this is what I like to do. I like to sit back, watch the fire, have a beer, a bite to eat, you know, smoke the pipe, lay back, and it's just about, you know, recalibrating my life and resetting, looking at it from the outside, looking in. You know, I'm on the outside of the bubble right now, and it's nice to be out here and, you know, look at everything that's going on. I know I can't be connected to anything I'm doing work-wise, so I just have an opportunity to sit down and do nothing and reflect and take it easy and eat good food, and you know, this is why I come out here. to slow things down. Appreciate the simple things in my life. A good meal and a good fire and the company of my dogs. So yeah, that's what a trip consists of out here. And you know, to me, I value this so much, and I'm happiest when I'm out here. So you know, I hope some of you people who are watching this video can, you know, take your own time and get out, and you know, maybe it's not even an overnight, but it's just to go out for a few hours and, you know, let yourself breathe, slow the pace of life, and you know, we'll all benefit from that. We do. It's less stress, less anxiety, and it's just good for healing the body. So that's what I enjoy. And for now, I'm going to hang out for a bit longer until I eat supper in another hour or two, I would think. But I don't know, there's no timeline. I'm just here hanging out, moving at my own speed. You gotta love it. There's a lot of contrast between one night in the woods and a full-on expedition. That's where with a full-on expedition there's a lot more demands. You're continually moving each and every day, and evenings are busy. They're spent dwelling over maps and routes, you know, fixing gear, figuring things out. So it's nice to get out on a trip like this and not have to do those things, and actually enjoy the downtime even more. So guys, on the menu tonight I got some tomato and peppers mixed together with some spices, and once these potatoes, which are wrapped in tin foil, once they're cooked up just about, I'll open them up and add the veggies, because they won't take very long to cook. The potatoes are probably going to take a half an hour or so. And I also got a piece of meat, a nice top sirloin steak, and that's what's going in my gut this evening. The pups just ate, so I'm looking forward to a nice meal over the fire. I'm probably going to throw my steak just straight up on this grill. Or maybe this one right here, and I'll do that, of course, once the potatoes are nice and cooked, because the steak won't take very long. I like mine about medium rare, so definitely won't take as long as the potatoes. It's a nice meal, so I'm looking forward to it. That's delicious. A little bit of strawberry rhubarb jam, bought locally, also with some locally bought homemade bread, and and a bit of butter toasted over the fire. Man. Piece number 2. Zach, you just had your supper, bud. Man, that's wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Can't wait for the main course. Things are looking good. I just threw in the veggies. Potatoes are just about cooked. And now I'll throw the steak on. Dinner is served. If I can reach it. Those veggies are delicious. Wow. Look at this piece of meat. Oh my God. Unreal. Unreal, Saku. Cooked to perfection. Got a nice little taste of that fire smoke on it. Woo! It's the spot. Anyways, I don't think there'll be much more out of us tonight. Don't eat this, sit back, have a beer, read a book, live the life, and chances are I'll catch you in the morning. So, for now, over and out. Look who made her way over. Mrs. Beer stopped over for a visit, and I think she might be cuddling up next to me and Saku tonight. I could use her heat. Man, has the wind ever picked up enough to blow the head off you out there? It was pretty windy when we came in. There was a bit of snow, and then the snow died off, and the wind picked up a little bit. and now it's just ripping out there. But it's nice. It's nice to sleep to. It's nice to have in the background. And I'm gonna have a dandy snooze tonight. So I'm gonna finish this beer. And I'd say call her quits before too long. So we'll see you in the morning. Yoo-hoo! She's a gustin'. What do you think, boys? Sack, be nice. Sack's not used to having beer in the tent with us. Be nice. Is it ever a windy one here tonight? I'm telling you. The stars are out and the wind is going crazy. And Bear wants to leave. Do you, Bear? No, she's just getting a new position. There you go. There you go. Atta girl. Got two companions here tonight. And they're two cuddly ones too. So we're chilling out in the bush. You loves it. Good morning. So it's just after 7 o'clock now, and we made it through the night. Three of us cuddled up in the tent. Wasn't a whole lot of room. Saku's still hanging out, but we made do. It was nice. It was nice to have the two boys cuddled up next to me. Saku, I appreciated your company last night. Beer, I appreciated your company too, my dear. So yeah, it's just after 7, and oh man, the wind was brutal last night, and it also made it pretty cold. But you know, I slept well. I have a good sleeping bag rated for -17, so I was cozy. I had Saku wrapped up in a blanket I brought with me, and Bear, of course, being a husky, was fine. I woke up just after 5 and stogged the fire, and laid back down for another hour and a half. It's nice sleeping with the fire in the background. I think the fire maybe died just after 12, so I was, you know, 5 or so hours without it. And so just after 5 I got it going again, and I laid down for a little bit of a nap, and now I'm up. I got the kettle going, and for breakfast, once I had coffee, I got some toutons and a few boiled eggs on the menu. So stay tuned for breakfast. It's a beautiful day here, a beautiful Newfoundland morning. Nice crisp cold, even though it's April 14th, that's okay. I'm loving it. Still got my headlamp on too. Once I'll take that off. Sack, chilling. What's up, Sack? How you doing, buddy? Old Saku boy. Yeah. What a dandy morning. I'm in no rush for
for the snow to go, you know. I like this winter that's lingering on. And you know, right now, with me being up here around this time in mid-April, it's, well, this time last year I was getting ready to start my trek across Newfoundland, so it was around this time that I was gearing up to head out to the west coast and make my trek across our province. So I'm having some fond memories here this morning, and it's nice to reflect on things from the past as I spend another morning here in the woods. So yeah, after I have breakfast, there won't be much more left for me here this morning. We'll pack up and we'll probably head out, but I'll tune you back in now in a bit. Forgot to mention the other part of my sleep system, besides my -17 rated sleeping bag, was this Thermarest RidgeRest. It's just a thin piece of foam, around 20 bucks. It's cheap. At one point in time it had a silver reflective surface on this side, and it still exists in the crevices, but for the most part that's all worn off, and that would help reflect back heat. But even without that, you know, it still gives you a little lift off the snow, and for me it's all I need. Now some people who sleep more cold may need a thicker mattress, or maybe some of the inflatable ones. This is cheap and it works. So it's the Thermarest RidgeRest mattress. Gets the job done. Fried dough and maple syrup for breakfast, buddy. Mmm.
I'm just walking down to the little brook there now to fill the kettle up for one last cup of coffee before I pack up to head out. On the way out I might do a little hike around. There's a couple hills just in front of where we are, up that way, and I might walk up and see what kind of view we can get. Besides that, it'll be having a cup of coffee, packing up and getting out of here. Here's the brook. How beautiful is that? What a beautiful sound. Spring brook gently flowing down through here, and the sun glistening on its surface. It's a thing of beauty. So fill the kettle up and back to camp we go. I'm surprised Beer isn't up there freaking out. Usually when I leave her for this long she freaks. But we're not too far away, are we, Saku? Nope. Alrighty. Tell how cold it was last night. I couldn't walk on any of this snow yesterday without falling through up to my hips at certain points. For example, right there, over here, all in around here, and now it's hard as a rock. So it was a cold night, wasn't it, Beer? Don't worry, we didn't forget you. We didn't leave you up here. We came back. Saku, come on now. Be nice. Hey, Bear. Hey, Bear. Part's over. Folding up that damn sleeping bag. Gotta be done. forgot to show you Saku's new boots. Come on, Saku, let's go, come on. Come on, good boy. Let's go, come on. Good boy, that a boy, Saku. You gotta beat these things in. Roughwear gave me these boots for Saku to try out, and they're for cold weather conditions and rough terrain. So he's tried them out in the house a couple times, and this will be the first attempt in the woods. Let's go, Sack. He seems like he's even a little more used to these ones now than he was when he was in the house. He really didn't want to walk in the house, but now he seems to be moving. That a boy, Sack. Let's go. Come on, buddy. Probably better for his paws, right? I don't think they're meant to be on the snow and ice all the time in rough terrain, whereas Beer is a little different. She's got the tough paws, don't you, Beer? Heel, Sack. Come here. Good boy. How's your boots? How's your boots? Looking good, buddy. Looking good. This one seems to be a bit loose. Come here, Saku. Saku, come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Stay. I don't know if these are a bit too small for you, Sack. Come here. Very good. All right, keep her going, buddy. So guys, me and the dogs are almost back out to the truck there now. It's a large Newfoundland day here, the sun's shining, and it's another spring camping trip in the books. There were some great meals, it was nice and relaxing. It got a tad chilly last night, but I had a nice cheap winter sleeping bag, just over $100. My sleeping pad, which would cost nothing, and a little small shelter, and that was enough to get me through the night with no issues whatsoever. So, as always, I'd like to thank you for coming along on our journey. If you liked the video, please hit the thumbs up below and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye. Spite of wind and rain and stormy weather, said we'd all come back again together. There'll be